Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Hopefully everybody's doing freaking good. Good. Hopefully we're all doing good. Display recording. This one. That's me. This is the box that we're gonna be opening today. But more importantly, I have some mail that I want to go through. I'm gonna open up this mail off camera, but I do want to at least get that done first. That way I kind of know what I've got, what came in. I ordered a lot of stuff, so curious what everything is that all came in. Got a lot of packages, like 10 envelopes here. We're just going to do the best that we can with what we got. Make sure I don't put my address on the screen, and then we'll just be fine. Some more steps there. Hopefully everybody's doing good today, though. Hopefully it's been a fine day for you. Start of the weekend. Start of the super brew of like all the high C stuff. Very exciting. Ooh. That's important. Oh my god. Y'all, if I could just like... I'm gonna rant to y'all after this. This is also going to be an episode of me judging everybody's mailing tactics. Because, let me tell you, I think that a lot of the people who you order from on TCG Player not do it right. So, definitely a bigger issue there. This guy's gonna get a fucking awful review. There's so many people who, like, I used to do a whole lot of this, like, TCG Player selling and stuff. And the fact that so many people are getting into it and then not doing it correctly is a fucking disaster. We got a lot of stuff. This is awful. I understand why they did it, but it's awful. Not be a thing. Last one here. So, we've got our mail day here. A lot of stuff that I picked up. I'm going to go through my mail day stuff first, and then we'll get to this. This was the last box of Rosetta that our local store had available. And I was like, oh, wow. Nobody else has Rosetta. How do you have Rosetta? So first card here, Cleave. Cleave. This is a card that I decided to pick up because I think it's going to be pretty good if you're trying to play some kind of axe warrior kind of build. So you'll see this next one here. They've got this like glue on the bottom here. It's nice that it's there, but it really is hard to get off. And I don't believe that is not a natural strip of glue here. So effectively, all it does is make it harder for the cards. Got some more cards that came out of here now. We've got a Numbskull, another Numbskull, Flood of Force, Plasma Purifier, and Plasma Purifier. So I'm going to get all of these guys all sleeved up effectively. Just because they are Majestics and Super Rares that I was missing. And I would like to have a place of them. So that's what we're doing. It's another one here. Again, this is the same thing where they kind of glued the top down. So this one here, we got a Demolition Protocol, a System Failure, a Alluring Inducement, Expendable Limbs, another Expendable Limbs, and another Expendable Limbs. So, several copies of Expendable Limbs. Let's see what these guys have got going on here for us. We've got... This is something that I don't quite love, but at least they gave it an outer layer, in which we've got some more Majestics coming in. Tooth and Claw, another system failure, third system failure. Gripping Frenzies. We've got this one here, which I think is going to be the most like messed up one, I think. You'll see that instead of them putting any of these into top loaders by themselves, instead sandwich them between two top loaders and then put just packing tape all around this thing. I don't like that. And frankly, I don't know that any other seller should be doing that, because you'll see these effectively all just shifted over here to this side, which means that now these cards are stuck to this tape. Therefore, unless these cards are all individually in a sleeve, which it does not look like they are, it does look like we are going to need to, in fact, rip this one open and see if we can save the cards inside. Luckily, they were in a sleeve, although this did pop up a little bit, so kind of crazy. It's a good thing that we don't actually, like, care enough, but it is important to keep that in mind when you are looking at this. Hold on, I want to do something where I turn down brightness of this. I feel like it doesn't need to be that bright. I feel like it's trying to do some compensation nonsense when it doesn't need to. So, here we go. We've got an Unravel Aggression. I also feel like I might be able to like zoom in a little bit more so I don't have to like try so hard. There you go. So, Unravel Aggression, a United We Stand, another United We Stand, third United We Stand, Bastion of Unity, very pretty shield. And then some Spreading Plagues and some Wander with Purpose. We got those in there. The next ones we are getting out of this shipping shield. I love these shipping shields. I think that's something that everybody should be using. It's like the industry standard at this point. We now are the proud owner of a Merciless Battle Axe. We have Flash Freeze and some Shatters, as well as a Cash Out as well. Effectively, what I do here is I am just buying very cheap Majestics. For instance, we now have some Gorgon's Gaze, some more of these Tooth and Claws, and then these Demolition Protocols. And the reason I do this is because I do want to kind of, again, be proactive with the market. When it comes to something like Flesh and Blood, you kind of want to be ahead of the game, and you never know what card is going to be like the next broken card. You can certainly speculate, but for the most part, you're never really going to know. So it's always good to just do that. Like I've got these Anthem of Springs here. You know, if Briar ever comes back into CC, that might be something she likes. We also have some Katsu cards, which is kind of cool. Got my Lord of Winds now, and then another Route. So really, I think a lot of the cards that I'm missing, there's another Cleave. A lot of the cards I'm missing are Warrior cards, believe it or not. Warrior and Brute. Warrior and Brute. Probably the two classes that I think I have the least amount of cards for. But, you know, I think that there are plenty of them that are within range of stuff, and I don't know. I think I'd be remiss to think that a Brute set is not due to come, if not a Warrior set, right? So, we've got a Soul Food, a couple Soul Foods, actually. Yep, 2 Soul Foods. Another light card that like doesn't really see play ever. Another Blood Dripping Frenzy. And this last card is my 3rd copy of Cleave. Picked these guys all up here because they were super cheap, and I was able to get that going. So cool. So overall, all the stuff we got quite a bit. We got my 3 copies of Cleave, which are all through here. We have my 3 copies of Blood Dripping Frenzy, I think. Maybe just the one. Maybe just the one. No, I think I saw more. There are 2 more Blood Dripping Frenzy. My copies of Soul Food. I do have another copy of Soul Food somewhere. My Lord of Winds, my Routes, my Anthem of Springs, my Demolition Protocols, which I know there's another one way back over here. There you are, Demolition Protocol. Yo, what's up, Jonathan? How are you? I've got my Tooth and Claw. Let me see here. Wow, they were not kidding about this. Moderately played Shatter. So Tooth Claw. Then we've got the Gorgon's Gaze. I don't recall if I saw that anywhere else. I think I only got the 2 in these packages. I know I have my Flash Freezes are good. My Shatters. I don't have another Shatter sitting around here somewhere. No. No. The Cash Out. I think technically this is going to be an extra. Totally didn't know I was doing a Pawn Geeks for... Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I don't often, like, go about actually doing a lot of, like, promotion for stuff. And I think that's just on me. But, yeah, we've been doing a pod for, like, quite a while now, honestly. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy hanging out with Jacob and vibing. That's this, obviously. And then we've got these guys, though. Sick. All right, so not too bad. The fun thing is I think for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. 51 Majestics. I think I ended up paying like $20 for all these cards, which is just nuts. Absolutely insane. But it's good for the collection. That way I don't have to worry about trying to figure out if I'm going to have copies on there. Oh, nice. Well, good. Yeah, Jacob's awesome. He's a wonderful fellow. So good to know he was able to provide you with that info there. So cool. Yeah, this is kind of like a big thing that I like to do now is drop a little bit on some Majestics, at least the ones that I don't have. There are worlds in which like I probably will pick up like somewhere between like 9 to 10 copies of these Majestics just because they're so cheap. And kind of just take it from there because I'd much rather go about just getting them, not having to go through boxes for any of them. But every now and again, Daddy likes to gamble a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I went to my local game store tonight and I was tipped off by one of our locals who also knows that I do quite a bit of collecting. Not as much as they do, but quite a bit of collecting where I can when it comes to cards. And Rosetta, we had not had Rosetta in Colorado for probably a couple of months now, I would say. And there was a store that had a case that they didn't even know they had. And it wasn't until they found out that they had it where they just like, hey, we have this. The guy I talked to, his name is Zach, awesome dude. He actually got there, saw that they had a case of Rosetta, and then proceeded to purchase 2 boxes out of the case. And then instead of buying the other 2, he instead said, okay, well, one's going to get opened on the store, which means that there's another one that's there. And he DM'd me immediately, and he was like, hey, if you happen to get over here, you should definitely look into picking this up because there is still one left. And I went, okay, sick, you got it, boss. And I expected this to be picked up yesterday, because yesterday was the armory at this location, and I expected it to be filled with people and people trying to buy this product. But I think because we're so close to high seas, Rosetta is probably not anything people are looking for right now. So I think that's where it kind of laid, and I was lucky enough to get in today for our casual day, and lo and behold, we are good to go. So I'm gonna crack into this here. I'm gonna actually get some sleeves set up for us, so that way I don't have to worry too much about anything crazy. Sleeves. But I mean, out of the things we're looking to pull in here, obviously felling would be crazy, plow under would be crazy. I mean, what else comes out of this? The Rosetta Thorn Marvel would be pretty cool. But I'm not holding my breath, right? Yeah, Rosetta Thorn would be mid. That would just suck. Actually, that would be bad. I really hope I don't get a Rosetta Thorn. I'm gonna feel real bad if I do. Real bad, actually. Super bad. So we're gonna do this here. What I do know, and this is gonna be something that's gonna be very interesting when it comes to the opening of this product specifically, is I believe this is from a case that contains those, I don't know if you're aware of the like Belgian print. I don't know if it's an error, but effectively the entire card is rainbow foil and not just the art. Where normally the art is just rainbow foil, but all the rainbow foils are, at least from the boxes that have been in this case so far, from the other folks, these are more than likely going to have those full rainbow art or rainbow foil cards on the sheet. So we'll see whether or not that's actually the case. But if that is the case, pretty cool, because those are going to be pretty hard to come by, I think, as time goes on. But let's go ahead and do some cracking here. We're not going to do anything insane. I think we're probably just going to do what we would have done anyway. Yeah, definitely look through your Rosetta foils, because I think that there's a world in which like it makes sense to check them. We got tongue-tied, root-bound carapace. Okay, so it looks like this one is not the case. Oh, we got a nice $5 feet. Let's go. Let's go. We'll take that. Put that right there. Obviously a marble. So yeah, so this one does not look to be in that same case. But I do think I have an example lying around here somewhere. We may get across to it. I know it's not like every foil. I think like some of them happen to have it. So it is just something to kind of keep an eye out for. Yeah, so I'll actually put this stuff over here because this is all just commons and rares, and then the foils in here. I think I only opened like 3 boxes. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly something to check. I don't know where it originates from or how, but it does. So always good to check. Okay, Hood of Second Thoughts, Vantage Point, Burn Up Shock, Cadaverous Tilling. Oh, okay. Happy we don't have to deal with this anymore in High Seas. I'm happy that I have an Adult Verdance now, though, so that's kind of nice, but I do have the Marvel already of Adult Verdance, so that is in a fine spot there. But happy we don't have to deal with the product that has M's in the expansion slot, or M's that are adult heroes, because that's such a disaster. I'm so happy we've moved away from that. Last to Oblivion. Oh no, see, this is it. So you see here, some of the foils are, this whole thing is foil. You see, like, even down here, this is all foil, this entire card. So the foiling is on everything in here. Hopefully that catches well in the camera. That's actually pretty good example. Yeah. So I don't know how this happened or like why, but pretty exciting. So that's gonna go in here. Also, I think I don't know, I might be crazy, but they feel thicker too. They feel like they've got more like weight to them almost, because this is done like side by side. See if I can side by side them. So like this one is, yeah, this one is the regular foil. This one is the full. It almost looks a little bit thicker, but interesting. But it does look really cool. Like I think having like the rainbow foiling on the border and everything is pretty neat. So I'm curious if that is a printing error, or if that's like the secret, like, ooh, like, haha, like you're gonna want all these. So we'll see though. We'll see what comes up after all said and done here. Sanctuary, Condemned to Slaughter, and then a rainbow foil Second Strike. So not anything insane there. Yeah. I don't know why you're getting all those. I don't know why you're getting all those, Mike. Those are bad, actually. You know, if you send those to me, I can destroy them for you if you need it. I'm just saying, you know, if you need that thing. Common Storm Shock. There you go. Trip the Light Fantastique. And some more of that. But how you doing, bud? We're cracking some packs. got a little spicy today, so I was like, hey, let's get some fun bling to get ourselves in. So we got Flash. This goes here. Somersault. Haunting Rendition, that's a nice pick. I'd like to see that. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's another Majestic. And then the Smash Up. Again, see, this is the full foiling. Actually, that's a perfect thing right there. You can see. So, yeah, I would say maybe check your Rosetta foils, because this is crazy. Crazy cool to see this whole thing. I'm like, it's not like the whole card is rainbow foil, but it does get the border. And I think that's like insanely cool. I don't know. We don't normally see that, so I think that is pretty neat that happens. Start playing Trove again. Oh yeah, Trove. That's the is that the MMO Minecraft thing? Do I remember that correctly? I feel like I remember that correctly. Yeah. Like, it's not Minecraft, but it's like pixelated kind of stuff. Glyph overlay, condemned to slaughter. Ooh. One of these in this foil, though? Yo, look at that. That's gorgeous. I gotta see how many of these things exist. I'm really hoping that people didn't just like chuck away these rainbow foils. I did get a hold of Rosetta. It was the only box left at our LGS. I got a tip. That that there was Rosetta at the store and that I should go see. And so I'm happy I was able to pick this up. And that's pretty. And it's a Majestic too. That's huge for us. Huge for us. Why am I not watching The Calling? Because I'm not gonna, I mean, like, it teaches me a little bit about like some limited things, but I mean, I've seen enough, I think. And it's not gonna really affect me any, because I'm gonna bomb my pre-release anyway. So I was at our local casual night, just casually playing some Commoner. We went out for one of our locals' birthdays, and then kind of came back home. So, Harvest Season. This one does not, you'll see, like, this one doesn't have that same border. Maybe it does. No, that's light. No, it does not. It does not have that, so. No cool Belgian foils. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If we had the ability to play limited every week, that would be awesome. But I think right now, I mean, I'm excited to get what high seas I can, and then just play around with anything else. So, it's a fertile ground. But I like limited. I think that, I don't know, I feel like Gravy Bones is just going to be like hard to play in limited, and so I'm just like, okay, cool, I know how to build Mechanologist, like, just do the thing. All right, Sigil of Conductivity, a Malefic Incantation, open the floodgates, crack ball. Cool. I keep wanting to put them there, but like the feet or what? That's not the same thing. So far 3 rainbow foils, or 3 Majestics. No cold foil yet, no Marvel. And multi-level dumpster fire. Oh no, that's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Oh hey, Rampant Growth Life. That's kind of nice. I like a good Rampant Growth Life. Give me more of that card. Yeah, I can only go to 1. I mean, for the Hunted, I went to like 3. I took like a whole weekend off. But if I'm going to go to Worlds and Nats, I need to keep my PTO. And I don't want to do that just for like a pre-release. So we're just not going to, do it. Wow. So far this box, 2 of the Majestics have been heroes. 2 heroes. I don't know if we're in for a good time here, folks. I don't know if we're gonna be in a good spot. I'm really excited and really happy that we're no longer going to see majestic heroes within sets, hopefully, as of high seas. So, well, this card's banned. That's a banned card. Cool. So, pretty much one of the only things that's saving me here. Yeah, you can see it on the tokens. If you look on the February database, you'll see that they're set up as tokens and not oh, there's that Summer's Fall. Look at that. That's pretty as hell. That's so pretty. My God. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna make it easier to get them, and also like it's something that it never made any sense. It never made any sense for them to be in the M slot ever. Like, it's not like oh, you know, you have to hunt for your adult hero. Like, the Earth form. Guys, like, look at these. I wonder if it's only like certain cards maybe got this treatment. I have to see. I'm gonna get like I'm gonna go like scour the purple Discord and see what I can find. These are like shiny. Sigil. Pop. Lightning form in that same... Oh! There's our Marvel! Oh, sick. Sigil of Aether. That's pretty as hell. Hold on. You gotta sleep for that thing. Sigil of Aether. Another sigil that has no business being as expensive as it is. Okay, slide that bad boy in there. Nice. Sigil of Aether. One of the Marvels I was missing, so hyped about that. Feels good. Fun. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Keep the Marvel up there. But yeah, you'll definitely be able to cut them out a lot better if they're tokens, Nathan. That just makes sense. Arknight, count your blessings, Hocus Pocus. I don't know that we're due to get probably much more out of this box. I think we've hit our 6 Majestics, unless this is like an 8 Majestic box. But let's see. See what else we can find here in the thing. Glyph Overlay. Rip. There still could be an L in here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what L I would want. Out of all the L's in this set, I think like Baseberg, maybe. Or Barkskin, probably. Okay. Okay. Nothing there. We're down to our last 5-pack. So. Last 5 packs. Yeah, but even if there's an L in here, that's not too bad of a deal here. Summer's Fall, count Arcanic Spike. So what's everybody thinking about High Seas? We all hyped about it? We all think it's going to be like the craziest thing in history? I think it's just still crazy that people aren't going to be able to get it day one, you know? Well, maybe not, but... Mike, that is literally the funniest fucking response I could have expected. I'm not a big fan of High C. Fruit Punch flavor just kind of not for me, gang. Alright, Overflow. 2 packs left. Yeah. I'm keeping that one in the chamber. just damn art card. I saw the thing in the back and I was just like, there's no way we got 2 marbles, right? All right, last pack. Last pack. Time to see what we got. Helm, Digital Cycles, Blast to Oblivion. We got nothing. All right, so this is our haul. Probably the most dumpster fire of a set or of a box I think I've ever had. I got a card that's banned. Obviously, that's fine. 2 M heroes. I got a Rampant Growth. Wow, I just realized how wizard this set is. I got the M for Verdance and the M for I guess this is the M for Aurora. Just kidding. And then we got a Hunting Rendition. So pretty cool. But I'm gonna sleeve these up. Yeah, I think the mini game being baked into it is pretty interesting, I gotta say. I do like that it's kind of like a, you know, can you hit the other person? Yes. Do you get a little bit of gold? Yeah. Kind of moving on from there, but yeah, I think that it's nice to make a limited format as like a fun, exciting like add-on to what would eventually become then Constructed. Something that was brought up and something that I might actually make and keep on me is a pirate UPF kit, where effectively I can take Gravy Bones, Puffin, Marlin, and Scurv, whatever you want to call them, and play Treasure Island in the middle, and then just kind of have everybody do Treasure Island shenanigans with like all the pirates. So I'm gonna get all the ones that are full art foil. Yeah, so not everything in here is a full art foil, but the ones that are really pretty. Forest. I am curious whether or not these are going to go for anything at all. But they're cool. But I think that might be a fun thing to do, is just like play around with the concept of just having a limited environment where you take the heroes from a set and you just make like a limited experience, but in like UPF or something. Definitely more board game-esque without it being a like a big ask. You know, you'd have all the decks available. You pretty much just like put like 2 Majestics maybe into them. And then the rest are just like rares and commons. And then you just put the cube in there. It'd be pretty good. Okay. So I have to check. There's no way I made any kind of money on this. There's just no way. Okay. Let's see. TCG player. Take a look at Fab, Rosetta, singles, high to low. Sigil. Oh, I made out like a bandit. This is $100. That's sick. Every sigil I've pulled out of these sets has always been like an expensive sigil. So that's sick. Right. I was just like, wait a minute, there's no way, right? I wonder if it's because it's an, I think it's an M. Is Sigil of Aether an M? It is an M. Yep. That makes sense. So not only is it an M, but it is a card that is played in Acilio, and Acilio bling is a real thing. People love playing blinged out Acilio cards. So nice $100 bill there. These guys are going to be worth like next to nothing at all. I'm curious what Rampant Growth is going for right now, but this is about $4. There's no way this goes for anything. Haunting Rendition, are you still expensive? You're probably still like $10. $12. Vaporized Shock. Rainbow Foil. Probably not super great because, yeah, Lightning Runeblade is not a thing right now. So I got a card that was banned, and I got a card that was devalued. Curious if the Rainbow Foil still goes for something. Rainbow Foil is still going for like $1. I'm curious what like this ultra foiling version is gonna go. Very interesting. And then I think the rest of these are just like the rainbow foils that are those full arts. Super pretty. I almost wonder whether or not it's like been like this the whole time and I've just been like not aware that that has occurred. That would be something that is really funny. Do we know Verdant's feet still go for a lot? Verdant's feet still go for $1. $1.80. I'm sleeving up the feet. I do wonder whether or not this card was bought up because people are like horny on main, or if it's because they are just trying to make a joke with their Verdant deck and they're just like, I need the feet. I need the feet. So that's pretty cool. Well then, yeah, I mean, like, it's not terrible with Sigil of Aether being $100 and then Haunting Rendition being $12. I mean, if I sold this pile right here, I'd probably make like over 70, probably over 80% of my cost for the box. So, not terrible. Not terrible at all. Let me get these little days in. Yeah, I definitely thought that box was a dud, but I saw Sigil of Aether and I was like, that's either an M or it's like a fringe rare that is not actually going to be like worth anything. I'm like, I'm hoping it's an M. We got 2 rainbow foil M's in that set. But I am curious if there is a going price on those special foils. I don't know what they're going to call them. I don't know what they'd call them. Okay. Let me get this out. I'm gonna, now that we don't need this anymore, my cam, I'm gonna quickly just do one of these here. Beep. Okay. All right, I think we're good there. It's probably gonna be like too zoomed in on my face. We'll see. 3, 2, 1. Ah, no, that's fine. Hair's a mess, but it is what it is. I think I can maybe zoom out just a little bit. There we go. That's fine. turn up that compensation just a little bit. Now it looks like we're bright. Now it looks like it's bright in here. Sweet. Okay. Let's take a quick look here. What do we have as far as what do they called, like full foil flesh and blood, full foil, full rainbow foil cards. Oh, Rosetta. Dog, ain't no way. Ain't no way that's selling for what that is. There's somebody out here trying to sell the cold foil Rosetta cover full art card for $100. Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. This one got a BGS 10. Crazy as hell. I don't know how I'd look for these. I don't know how I'd look for these. I'd have to actually look. I might even look into the issue is I'm not sure what cards got printed in a full foil like that and which ones didn't. I think it's just kind of like like if we happen to have it, but I doubt it. So oh well, that's fine. That's fine. But what we also need to do today, we're not just opening product and then shutting the stream off. Although we could. That's something that y'all are needing to have happen. We can certainly go ahead and do that. But it's Saturday night, and I need to get some testing in for commoner. So I'm gonna do some commoner testing, and I'll probably just make some commoner decks for the new heroes, and then see what we can do as far as that goes. Because unfortunately, as much as I like when we have the opportunity to play in Talishar early, my issue is that nobody's playing the formats I'm playing, and because of that, it is significantly more difficult to get people in those queues with some of the new decks. For instance, currently these cards, the cards for High Seas, are only set up to be in Blitz, or in the open format. And so if I wanted to play something along the lines of Commoner with the new cards, I would need to play in the open Blitz format. The open Blitz format is not going to have Commoner decks because anybody can play anything in there. So it's going to be people trying to play like actual Blitz, and then me crying because I don't want to do that. But yeah, not too bad a box, I gotta say. I think it was well worth it. I got in another Marvel for my Rosetta collection, so it's another one of the expensive ones. I don't even know that any of the other sigils are expensive outside of maybe outside of maybe Sigil of Cycles right now because of some other stuff. Yeah, Sigil of Cycles is $62, but all the other ones are like 18, 12, 10, like not a whole lot. So I got 2 of the most expensive sigils. I also have the Florian, Adult Florian and Adult Verdance in cold foil. So really, the only thing I would need left from this set is the Marvel Rosetta Thorn, which I cannot justify buying that at that price at all, even though it's the cheapest I've ever seen it. Briar, and then like the rest of the sigils. So it is what it is. But I don't know. And I might even try to sell them too, because like, again, with those cards being pretty much specific towards Wizard, it is gonna be hard pressed for when Acilio like eventually leaves the game. Like cards are gonna be so inexpensive. I shouldn't say leaves the game, when he leaves Classic Constructed. But we don't know when that will happen, right? Because Acilio can get stuff done, but Acilio also just kind of like loses to themselves half the time. So you do as much as you can with what you got. Oh, frick. Get all these cards in here. Leaving up all my Majestics. Yeah, this is something I definitely suggest if you have not already done it, and you plan on like wanting to play kind of everything. Especially if you're somebody who just like cannot make up their mind on what they want to play, or maybe they just want to get like ahead of the market. Pick up cards that are like 50 cents or less, even $1 less, $1 or less, that are majestic and legendaries specifically. You're not going to find a legendary for under $1, but you're finding a lot of majestics for under $1. And all it takes is one individual, like a Michael Hamilton or a Yuki Lee Bender, to come out with a deck and say, this is the deck that I took top 4 in the ProQuest or the Pro Tour or Nationals or something of the sort. And then you just have to sit there and you have to go, oh, shoot. Those cards are going to go up in price. So, like Retrace the Past, for instance. Retrace the Past getting a huge spike in value just because red Bonds of Agony or Bonds of Ancestry was unbanned. Now that card is going for like an insane amount. It's going, well, I shouldn't say an insane amount. It's like $12 or whatever. But it is still very interesting to see. God, I have so much hair. What the hell? I get a haircut before nap. A mess over here. God. But yeah, I'm gonna be messing with this for the next like 3 years. Sorry. I hate that it does this though. That's fine, I guess. Sure, that'll do. Oh gosh. Yeah, just go ahead and get you a bunch of these really, really cheap majestics. Go a long way, I gotta say. Especially with how many different heroes and sets we've had out and all this other stuff. Like, it just makes sense to have more of them than less of them. And especially when they're considerably cheap, right? If you have, if I buy, 10 more Unravel Aggressions, and we come to find out there's a new Mystic hero that's due to come out in a couple of sets, and that Mystic hero likes to use Unravel Aggression. Like, Card's gonna go up in price. So can't fault anybody for it. I need more inners. I'm almost out. It sucks. I still have so many more that I have to open. I still have so many more. Okay. Well, I haven't. Hello? I was like, where's my pack of inners? Okay. Come on. Okay. Opens up. Joke's over. Haha. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked for High Seas. I think High Seas is going to be in a pretty good spot. I am just not sure how the hell Gravy Bones works. I think you're going to be playing a lot of those cards that say like discard the top card of your deck or a card, or destroy the top card of your deck or discard a card from your hand. Then this, you know, if it's got Watery Grave, it gets X, right? I think effectively you want to either self-mill to keep a card in your hand, or you want to discard so you can get your allies into the grave, and then you can just start setting up. But the downside is, of course, you have to then, like, play... you have to play... like very, very well with your resources, because like theoretically you want to play these allies and then attack with them, right? Even if it's just like playing an ally and then attacking with it is good. But you might want to bring out 2 allies, and bringing out 2 allies, like, can your opponent clear 2 allies? I think that's just kind of like the key for if you are maybe that's like where that pivot strategy is for these, is you can, if you're going against a Guardian, for instance, who tends to only attack with one thing, you can just create 2 allies and it will benefit you. But if you're going against like an aggro deck, you might want to create only 1 big ally and take out a lot of these small, like, 1 power allies. But... fuck. That felt weird in my hand. No, it was fine. Weird. Interesting. That was a little strange. I'm curious when this Merciless Battle Axe is going to become like a reasonable card. This guy. Read. Pay 3 to attack for 3 whenever Merciless Battle Axe attacks. If its power is greater than twice its base power, the attack gains overpower. So you have to have it come in for 7 or more. Which, I mean... the axe buffs do give that, but... and then Shatter's pretty cool, right? What is this? Till end of turn, target 2-handed weapon gains whenever this would deal damage. Instead, you may destroy a defending piece of equipment with defense less than the damage that would be dealt. Kind of fun. a zero cost warrior attack reaction to pump that stuff. I feel like we might be in a place where, you know, Great Axe warrior could be a thing, but unsure as of right now. Yeah, this out. My big binder of stuff, and then we'll move into Commoner. We'll see what we're doing for Commoner, how we're gonna build everything for Commoner. Take that as is through there. Let me get this out of the way. I also got some more Fang stuff coming in, so that's gonna be fun. Be fun to have all this Fang stuff. Flash freeze. Here you are. My shatters. Flash out. Merciless battle axe. Wander with purpose. Right there. United we stand. Spreading Plagues. I'm excited to start using Spreading Plague in Slippy. I think it's a... I don't know if it's slept on. I saw like Peter was on it. So obviously people with better minds in this game than me are looking at Spreading Plague. But I think Spreading Plague is just like such an insanely good card, just due to the fact that you get to quite literally just look at your opponent and be like, oh, you block 2 cards because you're trying to kill yourself. You're trying to like, you know, respect the attack reaction. So they block with like 2 cards and 2 cards and a piece of equipment. You give them 6 freaking what do you call them? 6 blood drop hawks? Like, that's kind of insane. Kind of literally insane. I know I have an Unravel Aggression somewhere. Maybe I don't. Yes, I don't. Okay. Interesting. Thought I did for sure. Happy I'm getting all these, like, Dynasty... I already have like the Surging Tide and everything too, so. Okay. Tooth and Claws. Demolition Protocols. Soul Food. Weird, they gave me a I think it was just because it was like still so cheap. One of the soul foods I got, because I went to like TCG Player, I looked through everything and I was like, okay, cool, like optimize the cart. I optimized it and I got a rainbow foil soul food for like a pretty cheap amount. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be kind of good for future me. Let me see if we have cash out already up here. I think we already have a cash out. I only have 1 prismatic ley line. I only have 1 prismatic ley line. Should probably work on it. Yes, I do have a place to cash out. So that's gonna stay there. I'll probably put that in my actual binder. Outside of that, though, I think Haunting goes in the binder, Germinate goes in the binder, Rampant Growth, Filio and Verdance technically can go in here. Do I already have them in the thing? I do not have a Cilio or Verdance. So maybe we just put them up here. Cilio, Verdance, and then a Rampant Growth. Almost certain, I mean, this is Earth Wizard, right? So probably right here. There's not one in here. Does not make any sense to me. Shoot here instead. Cool. The rest of these can go in the binder. I think these feet can go in the binder. This stuff all stays with me, though. Goes there. Sweet. Coolio. Binder's getting heavy. Heavy. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Heavy. Thing. The big binder. Full of cards. Need to play with. They're all cards. They're like Majestics and Legendaries that I'll pull out for playing. Then anything extra I end up getting, I just go ahead and I put in my binder for trade. I don't need extras. I don't need extras for anything there. Okay. So we probably want to look a little bit at. Okay, hopefully this doesn't blow up my computer. We kind of want to look at like Gravy Bones Commoner. Kind of looks correct to me, but I don't actually know. I think I'm just gonna like try to send it and see what happens. I'm gonna actually, you know what, I might do this instead. I guess I could ask anybody else here. Does anybody here want to play a game of Commoner with high C stuff? Let me see. Also, cold foil blue sift in the judge pack is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Let's see. Let's see, what do we got? So I think we definitely can maybe, I mean, we can try sending it and see what happens, but I doubt it. I doubt that's gonna work. This is why, like, I don't know. Part of me definitely thinks about stuff there. Oh yeah, Sam, you did miss the opening. I'll show you what I got though. We got the biggest hit out of there was a Marvel Sigil of Aether, so it's an easy $100 right now. It's pretty good. And then I got the, I don't know if it's going to show super well with the transparent thing happening right now, but it's certainly not. But so these are some of the foils that have been popping up in like those boxes, especially over at Meh. They're like full foil and not just like the art being foil. So I'm unsure how to, yeah, they're the Belgian ones, but like not all of them are that way. Like, I sleeved all the ones that I had that had that happening, but it's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 foils out of the entire box had that that foil. So it wasn't every foil, but it was at least almost a third of the box. So it is quite interesting. And see, now we're up to my dilemma. I want to play Gravy Bones and Commoner, but I have to see whether or not, if I go into open blitz, is somebody going to be playing Commoner? Because I can't just like go in there and be like, oh yeah, cool, let's just do that. Like, before they put it behind a paywall, you were able to put in like a message that said, hey, like, you know, looking for Commoner, and we'll go from there. Golden list? Sure. Let's see. Do I have one already? I think I do. Yeah, this is from Rosetta, so it's not like as updated, but I don't know that much else changed outside of maybe like a few defense reactions. Yeah. I see Pummel, it's fine. There you go. So I'm going to try out this Gravy Bones deck. I'm going to see exactly what's happening here, but I'll put it in private, and then I'll do this here, and then I will create the game, and we'll see whether or not we actually get... It's insane to me how quickly these all get, like... How quickly these all end up getting pushed into Talishar. Because, like, I could not imagine seeing the entirety of a set be released and then immediately go, okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to code for the next, like, 48 hours. And then everything is going to work exactly how it should on Talishar. But that second link is the link to the Talishar game, so feel free to join on in. Talishar. I'm just curious to see how Gravy Bones is going to utilize this deck. I guess I don't really have a sideboard set up, huh? No. There you go. Yeah. Yep. Second link was the one to get there. So, well, I guess since we don't really have to worry about like AB or anything, because we're not worried about that, I think we just submit and send it. So, but again, like, I also don't think that there's like crazy thing. Okay, sounds good. I'm probably just gonna be like, it's not gonna be something where I'm just like, okay, I gotta keep everything to myself. Like, I genuinely am just like, I kind of want to test and see what this is all about. But I think I need to figure out, because, like, is it going to be a thing where I'm sitting here going, all right, like, what do we do, right? Are we going to go wide with dudes? Like, how often are we going to be able to do something like that? Can we get more value off of other cards? Like, I don't know. We're in a weird spot, I think. But curious to see how it's going to work out. At least the headstone is good. Like, being able to block one and then, you know, activate Compass and banish or destroy the top card of the deck, pretty good, I gotta say. So we'll see. Now I wonder, Cartilage Crush. Well, there's no way you've got the Pummel turn 1, right? I don't want to keep. Like, if I block 9, he gives you the pummel. Like, it's fine. Okay. So in this situation, we want to do this. Okay. That doesn't help me any. So we then do this. Actually, well. Which one do we want? Probably this. Do we even have like the resources to play that? I guess we do. Get this in there. Sink below, okay. We have the go again. Do you want to close the combat chain? I can then do this. And then I can destroy this to swing this. Attack. For 3. Yeah, it's like he's gonna have to use his entire hand to do this. That's gonna suck. I do think with the abilities, though, we're at least gonna be able to like do some shenanigans here where we are attacking. We're looking at the top card of our deck and then able to like send that. So it might even be like send. We probably don't want to like create an ally every turn. It probably would have even been best probably to play Restless Bones, put something in grave, play Restless Bones, put something in grave. That way I can at least get some value off of that. Blocking with the shield's crazy because now you can just send 7. But if you send 7 to me, that might not be good for you. The real kicker here is, do you just send Titan's Fist at Cutty Shark, right? That's crazy you don't have to tap for the Cutty Shark equip. The next ally can get +1. I think it might be important to do that. I am the target. Interesting. I think I can block. Oh, that's right. No, you have the pummel. I mean, if I have to discard a card, it's not the end of the world for me, I guess, right? But yeah, let's just prevent some life. Okay. Let's look at the top card of our deck. Okay. So then we can do this. Okay, we get the Quicken. It's kind of cool. Could do this. I wouldn't be able to play that. Notably, that was also a yellow. So we don't really get to do anything with that, I think. I could just play this. So notably doesn't pop the Quicken, which is fine. But, I mean, it's just such a weird spot to be in, I think. Thump. Targeting Cutty Shark. Okay. That's fine. Bop. Okay. That's fine. Now Cutty Shark notably not available for this. Now what we can do is we can do this. Let's see. So this hand could be play this, pitch this, give it go again. I should have looked at the top card of my deck. I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna look at the top card of my deck first. Gotcha. Actually, that's fine. I'll do the same thing here. I will get rid of that top card of my deck. Actually, that would have been better to play Restless here, I think, then. Because we have to Quicken anyway. Okay, sink below. Sink below. Utilizing the Oldham specialization. Okay, notably that is, you may want to take that back, Sam. Because Oldham is looking for Earth or Ice cards, so unless you're just filtering, that won't do anything. Yeah. Yeah, that is the downside of the Aria heroes, is that the elemental like talent looks like so many of the other things. And that's like, there's some ninja cards that came out in High Seas, or not in High Seas, in the Hunted, that are ninja only, but they look like they would be draconic. Let's see, if we do this here, we could do that, tap to attack. Could also do this. I think this just might be the move here. Play 2 allies, pass. We'll have to see whether or not we get one or the other. They're easily killed But like obviously you're gonna want to kill probably Swabby because Swabby comes in for 7, whereas Barnacle comes in for 4. So Macho Grande at myself. Interesting. Okay. I think we need to keep that card in our hand. So what if we just gave you 4? It's probably fine. It's probably not going to be a problem for me. Now we probably want to do this. Okay. Get that in there. See, like sending 7 probably would have been like the smarter thing to do here, but and the Fate Foreseen. See, it's like you either attack with one dude or nothing at all. Yeah, I don't have any other floating resources, so I just need to send this. Tap Barnacle, send Barnacle. Barnacle costs nothing for me to attack with, so that is the perk. Yay, we finally got damage through. Woo! Yep, Fist. I'd imagine it'd be at... Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds correct. Luckily, I do have the ability to look here. Oh, well, that's not what I need it to be. Jesus Christ. Oh, gosh. Well, this just makes more sense because I have a thing. Let's just play a 0 for 4 with Go again. We'll get this in there. It's already got Go again, but I actually you know what? I probably could have done that instead. That would have been probably a little bit more smart. Sure. Send 4. This just feels so fucking bad. Getting a draw card sucks there. Let's get that in there. Oh, I have far too many reds in this deck is what I'm seeing. Holy shit. Far too many reds. Crush. Okay, there's no fucking way this isn't a pummel, right? 4 more damage to hero. The first action during their next phase costs an additional resource. Probably would have played Cross Strap if that were the case there. I mean, we can just do this, I think. No. No, you know what? We're going to undo that. We're not worried about a crush effect. And if we get pummeled, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so 11 damage, that's like all my life. But crazy to me that happens. Let's get rid of the... Get rid of this. Actually. Oh, you know what? No, we're still in the clear here. We should do this first. Okay. We can play this. No, we need another thing to hit the thing. I don't know that this was smart. Let's do this. I will pitch this. I will get that card in there. Yeah, definitely don't. I mean, there's a world in which, like, probably these jittery bones are, like, actually worthwhile. But I don't know that this is the one. I wonder if I just... Okay, well, that didn't do me any fucking good, huh? That didn't do me anything. Like, still being able to go 3 chain links wide is pretty good, but obviously it's just because, like, I'm kind of... Oh, what? That's crazy, dog. Okay. Scar for a scar? What? That's literally insane here. Like, I want you to know how insane this is. It's actually insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, yikes. The real question here is, what can we do with what we've got here? We need to get... I mean, we need to play this. Let's do this first. Let's just get rid of this. Who's gonna suck the most? Yeah, we'll do that. Get Shelly in there. Sick, 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 sick. Use the gold. We'll discard. Discard. Okay. Put a card from my hand to my hand. You. So I know it's on top now. Whew. We got a bridge coming out here now. We could attempt to swing a little bit more here. I think we just put on a board presence, but they're gonna... I mean, I'm at 1 life. Like, they're just gonna try and kill me, right? I could do... What is the... God, the math on this is so shit. So shit. This, I guess? Like, I build up a board. This will allow me to defend a little bit more, which is kind of good. So that's not terrible, I guess. There's the Goliath Gauntlet and the Heart and Cross Trap. Yep, I'm just going to get dunked on by a thump. What? That's not a thump. That's not a thump. Oh, that's a pummel. Yikers. Give you 8? Yep. GG. Woo. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know how Gravy Bones is gonna do in this. I don't know how he's gonna live in this format. Maybe you just don't play that many of these guys, right? Like, the thing I'm determining is what world do I get to play like more than one guy? And like, even throughout this entire game, I mean, there are turns in which I had allies out on the board for significantly longer than I should have. Yeah. Like, and even then, you know, doing my thing here, like this blocked 8. I could have technically had it block 9, but the pummel, I think the thing that I should have assumed is that if it was a blue pummel, then we could have lived here. But since it was the red pummel, we just kind of had to eat it. But yeah, so that's interesting. I don't know that I'm in love with Gravy Bones here. I think so. Are there not? Did I not put them in here? Oh no, they're just reds. I thought they were blues. I tend to put reds if I'm just trying to like gain a little bit of tempo, or if it's like reds and blues in which I'm just trying to bully my opponent. But it depends on the blue count. Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know. That was maybe there are too many reds. Like, I feel like Jittery Bones is good, but like I think that, okay, so like the problem here, right? And we have to think about the hoops that Gravy Bones has to go through to do any of this, right? In order for him to do anything, a blue card has to go to the graveyard, and one of these Jittery Bones or Restless Bones has to hit a Watery Grave card. So very interesting. All right, Sam. Well, thanks for popping on by. Thanks for coming out tonight. Hopefully you had a good time, and we'll definitely be jamming some more Commoner and Project Blue and stuff. Like, I don't know that Battalion Bark is in a good spot here. I don't know. Head out to. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks for coming out, Mike. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think there are worlds in which having like this one and this one, Swabby and Shelly, probably don't need to be in the deck. Strictly being because it costs like 5 for Shelly to get anything through here. It does give you another +1 on your defenses, so it does kind of like help with those breakpoints. But and like the reason I like Shelly is because they have 5 defense. That's hard for some heroes to hit. I don't know that these saltwater sloops did anything for me. Woo! These Angry Bones and Burly Bones weren't terrible. I think the only reason we did so good is because we got off that Quicken token. What else? I don't know. Golden Tipple doesn't seem bad. I think Golden Tipple you could probably just like know, it's a May ability, so it's not like you have to, but you want to try making gold. I think that's just like the thing for this. I do almost wonder whether or not like the goal is to just play these things and like end game play like a blue card. Because you can play things like lead the charge, right? You play lead the charge. You can then play, you know, if you play Barnacle or you play Chowder, you get your action point back, and then you can, you get an action point, and then it gets go again, so you can attack and then make another one. I don't know. I feel like these are like crazy good though. Being able to look at the top of your deck, also not terrible, although it really sucks that it's just a once per turn thing. I wish there was a way for you to like untap your stuff. Because I don't think there is. A washed up wave I should be playing in my thing. I think I am. No. I'm playing the other one. I should be playing Wash Up Wave. It's weird because like Gravy Bones almost plays a little bit like a pseudo mechanologist, in which they're just like self-milling the cards off the top of their deck and then eventually being able to like send a whole bunch of shit. But it certainly cannot make anywhere near the amount of allies draw I can. And so I'm wondering if there's just like Humperdinck and Chum and Scuba and freaking Shelly are probably like the go-to like creatures or allies, because you can't really do, you can't have too many. And like this is such a key card and it's a rare. So like this obviously is like, if this was a rare, this would make this deck a lot better. And the same goes for like Heap Hos and Yo-Ho-Hos, stuff like that. Yeah, like being able to create 2 allies is pretty good, but most heroes are going to be able to definitely kill 2 allies. So I'm unsure why we would do that to begin with, but what I'd like to do though is I'd like to go over my Lyra deck, and I would like to see there's some changes I think I'd want to make here. I think I end up wanting to get rid of Biting Breeze, and I want to put in a Nip at the heels. Just because it blocks 3. Feels good. This has definitely got a bigger focus on a lot of the stuff here. I think running all of this is kind of crazy, but I get it. Yeah, we have the 1 fighting spirit in the deck. Is this? What is the deck? What is this build? Threaten a lot of on hits. Is there another 0 for 4 that I can run? Oh, I can run cost 0, power 4. Well, like we can play Scar for Scar, which is really good. I think this is the card I was thinking of, though. Strike gold. When this hits, create a gold token. I don't know that we need it, but it is another 0 for 4. So, I don't know. I could maybe get this out for Scar for a Scar. So there might just be like a world in which taking damage makes more sense. I'm not really all about being like, ooh, I have to pump my Crouching Tiger. Yeah, we're gonna try this here. I'm gonna run this into the commoner queue and see how long it takes for us to get a match. Because I want to get more testing with Ira. Because I think Ira is going to be the key player in winning a gold foil. And I think we need to start our journey on that as soon as possible. Because I need to make sure I can do that. So. See, this is the correct setup. This, and this, and then leaving the boots for making a cat. That makes so much more sense than what I was running tonight. All right, well, if anybody has a hunted commoner deck and they want to play, there's a link. Check that out there. But if we don't get anybody in the next, like, 10 minutes, I'll probably just go to bed. Because more people are going to be awake tomorrow. And I can start actually doing some, like, recording. Video recording and stuff. I think it's a shame that I'm not going to be able to, like, test into the new like, again, I don't think that there's a world in which Gravy Bones does well in Commoner, but they might. Who knows? So they're gonna have to do a lot. I think the reason I'm comfortable with Ira is because I'm running 83 Oasis. So we're already, like, not worried about anything else there. We don't have to worry so much about poppers anymore. So that might actually be something... I mean, I still have to run it, theoretically. But, like, Fighting Spirit, I just take out this Biting Breeze for another Fighting Spirit. And even still, the Fighting Spirit's 7 damage. Like... It could possibly gain me a life, and it also deals 7 damage. I think Battlefront Bastion might not be terrible either. Especially if we're going to deal with something like a Syndra or even like Ira themselves, right? So... Crazy. What up? Okay. Doesn't exactly look like we're going to be getting an opponent today. Because I'm sure a lot of people are testing out some of the other stuff. I also would need to check out Marlin. I need to see whether or not Marlin's going to be an actual problem. Because I don't think she's going to be a problem in Commoner. I think in Project Blue, she might have a little bit more going for her. But in Commoner, you can't really play... you can't really play any of the Go Fish cards. Actually, I know you can't play any of the Go Fish cards. So because you can't play any of the Go Fish cards, you're probably playing something along the lines of a Red Spine Manta, kind of make gold go again, make harpoons deal. I mean, you could make harpoons, right? You could make your whole thing be gold, create a harpoon, pitch a whole bunch of blues, send it in for 6 overpower. But I don't know that that is going to be the smartest thing. I think you'd probably be better off just playing a Red Spine Manta build. And then at that point, I think you're even better off playing something like Lexi. Like, I think Lexi probably enjoys a lot of the new cards that came out in Common. I'm actually curious. They do. Let's see. What Ranger cards got common? A lot of reprints. There is the Call in the Big Guns. Next arrow this turn gets +3. You put an arrow in your hand face up in your arsenal. You have the 0 for 5 that you can give go again with Snapdragon Scalers. You have access to Scouting Shot and Swift Shot, which are really good. And then I think that's really it. There's no other way to like load something in there. You have the Red Spine Manta, which is just tap, put an arrow from your hand face up in your arsenal, go again. So you can tap it, load a Swift Shot red, give it go again, play Call in the Big Guns, and then attack with like a headshot for 9. That's kind of a lot. Ranger also got new arms. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. Also, I don't know where the hell this rusty harpoon came from. Or like what makes it. Yeah, all the Go Fish cards are in rare or higher. All Pirate Ranger stuff specifically, but everything else is regular Ranger. So you have Netling Shot, you have Scouting Shot, Swift Shot, Dry Powder Shot, and Tingling Shot. So you literally just like red cards. And then Call in the Big Guns is probably a pretty good one there too. So there's a world in which like maybe Lexi gets to utilize those a little bit, but I don't know how that would work out entirely. I'm just trying to figure out like to determine what is chaff and what is not. I think it's like the hardest thing for me is to be like, well, wait a minute. This. Forgot that card existed for a second. Holy shit. Yeah. Ooh, that's a common. Huh. See, I don't like that the stats are like flipped for most of these allies. I think it's really the thing that's deterring me, is that just they're too easy to kill. I mean, the other ones were easy to kill too, but you were able to make them faster. But I don't know that there's a world in which you're able to make three allies in a turn and then attack with at least one of them. Instead, it's just like, all right, cool, like make a whole bunch of guys. They don't have Go Again innately, so... Alright. Not seeing any stuff going on for Commoner. A shame, honestly. It's also midnight, so it's late. I get it. Probably no reason for anybody to be playing Commoner at this late at night. All right. I think we are going to go ahead and just call the stream here then. Looks like nobody is showing up for the Commoner stuff. So I'm going to see if I can recruit some folks to do Commoner things tomorrow for some videos. And then we're going to do some deep testing into the format itself. Outside of that, though, not too bad of a box. And then we've got, you know, more testing to come up for Nats for Commoner. I need to get all my stuff together. I'm driving from Colorado to Las Vegas for Nats, so I want to make sure I get my car all taken care of too. And then I have to go drop off some cards for some folks tomorrow, and then we should be in a good spot. So, cool. But anywho, thanks for joining me tonight. Appreciate the hangout for the impromptu stream, and we'll certainly go ahead and do a little bit more sometime later. But continue to have fun in the flesh and blood, and I'll see all of you beautiful Ashwings in our next video. Bye, everybody.